Today I'm going to talk about prop firms and let you know what I've been up to for the last little while. I've been spending a lot of time back testing and forward testing strategies, and I believe I'm almost ready to do a live challenge. And I'm trying to decide what the best prop firm is for me based on the strategies that I use. And I've got a list of 6 different ones right now on here, and I'm going to keep adding more to the list as time goes on. Now, there's a scoring system on each one of them, but it isn't complete, and I may change it as time goes, so don't judge the prop firm by the score. But let's start going through this so you can understand some of the stuff. If you're not familiar with prop firms, this is going to be interesting for you. Interesting way to trade, especially if you don't have your own capital to do so. And the first one here, and it's in no particular order, I've got FTMO listed here. They offer MT4, MT5, and SurgeTrader. The reviews on them are really good. I check it through Trustpilot and Forex Peace Army. And their leverage is 1 to 100, and on a swing account is 1 to 30. Their max lot size is capped at 50. They allow EAs. Hedging is allowed. It looks like there aren't too many restrictions here for this. You can see that it's $3 per round lot. So the commissions are very low. The accounts I'm looking at right now are the $100,000 accounts and the $200,000 account. And you can see that the $100,000 one is currently at 574, and the $200,000 one is at 1149 USD. Now, those prices can change with the exchange rate, but that's what it was today. What I like about FTMO, and I hope other prop firms start doing this as well, is they have this 2-week challenge account that you can take. So you can download MT4 or MT5. I'm assuming SurgeTrader as well. But you can demo test your strategies out for 2 weeks, so you can see what type of fees they offer and get familiar with how their system works, so you can find out if it's an appropriate fit for you. Because when I test stuff, I'm usually doing it through brokers like FBS or Hanko Trade. Like with Hanko Trade, the fees are very small there, so you want to make sure, like, even if your strategy works with Hanko Trade, when you come over to testing your strategies with brokers, like, the last thing you'd want to see is you end up showing up taking a challenge with a prop firm and find out that their fees are so high that your strategy isn't going to work now. But with FTMO, because they have their 2-week challenge, free challenge account you can take, this allows you to find out if it's actually going to work for you before even taking the challenge. So that's the one thing I like about them. It's not the only thing, but I do really like that option. And I hope other prop firms are going to start doing the same thing. The typical spread for FTMO, you can see that it's 2 to 4, 2 to 9. And I'm just looking at Euro USD and GBP USD, focusing on those two pairs right now. The next one here is MyForexFunds. They don't offer SurgeTrader, but they do plan to offer it in the near future. They offer MT4 and MT5. The reviews aren't very good on Forex Peace Army, but Trustpilot, the reviews are good there. The leverage is just like FTMO, 1 to 100. They also offer an additional size up to 300,000, and you can see the prices here from 100 to 300, 531, 1041, 1478. And it's the same. Both of these companies are a two-step evaluation where you have 30 days to finish the first step, which is, I believe with MyForexFunds it's 8%, and then I believe 5% for the next 60 days, where FTMO is 10% for the first 30 days and then 5% for the next 60 days. Hedging allowed, but the issue here is you can only have 2 hedge positions at the same time. So if you have a strategy, or if you're using an EA that opens up multiple positions then in both directions, then MyForexFunds isn't going to be the spot for you. So you don't want to end up taking a challenge and then finding out that you can't run your strategy the way you want to because of the restrictions the company has. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this as well. A lot of people keep saying that MyForexFunds isn't the best option if you're scalping. There's a lot of slippage on there. Now, I can't confirm that personally, but a lot of people have been saying it, and some people even suggest that using FTMO might be the better option if you're scalping. But if your strategy doesn't involve that, then this still might be a good fit for you. Or if you're somebody that does scalp for MyForexFunds and you have no issues at all, let me know in the comments. Now, another one here that everyone should be familiar with is the Fivers. They've been around since 2015. Just like when we're looking at FTMO, they've been around since 2017. So these two, I think, have been around the longest out of the ones that I'm going to show you today. And the Fivers offers MT5. I don't believe they offer MT4 or SurgeTrader. The reviews are good on Trustpilot, but I wasn't able to find any reviews on Forex Peace Army, which is strange since they've been around for so long. If anybody knows where there's reviews listed on there, let me know. Now, the issue I have with the Fivers, there's a few issues I have. Now, I do like them, and I was originally planning to use them, and I was going to take the boot camp challenge where you're given 12 months to complete the challenge. And one of the reasons I like them, because let's see if we can find them here. I have them up here somewhere. So with bootcamp challenge, oops, let me go into this. You can see that there's 3 phases to it. So within the 12 months, you need to hit 6% each time, essentially trying to achieve 18% within a 12-month period, which seems a lot easier than other ones out there. But the problem I have here is this 1 to 10 leverage, because when we go into the margin calculator, you can see the difference here. So with 1 to 100, leverage, which was FTMO and MyForexFunds. You've seen how that was. Each time you open up a position, the company requires some margin out of your balance as an insurance policy when you take that trade. So if you're somebody that is running an EA, or you're running some other type of strategy that requires you to open up several positions, 1 to 100 isn't bad, because you can see it's only $10, just $10.63, which isn't bad, because if you have 6-8 trades opened up at the same time, this is going to be okay. But what if you were on, let's say 1 to 10, because you're doing the fivers, and now you can see each time you open up a position, it's $106. So if you were somebody that had an EA or a combination of EAs with your own strategies or whatever it is you're planning to do, 6 to 8 trades opened up, you're already looking at 70-80%. You know, like you're hitting up in that area of margin tying up, pulling from your balance. And remember, you're also paying your commissions, whatever the broker is charging, or the prop firm is charging. And the problem with that is, if your trades start going into drawdown, it's not going to leave you a lot of flexibility. So eventually what's going to happen is, if you exceed that, they're just going to start shutting down your trades, and your strategy is going to go right in the toilet. So you want to keep an open mind about that. If you're going to trade with companies that offer very little leverage, make sure your strategy doesn't open up a lot of positions. Now, when we come back here, we're looking at this. We can see, let's see here. What else was I going to show you about this? So we looked at the leverage, the max lot size. So you can see it's 0.65. And right now I'm still waiting to confirm if that's per lot or if that's the max lot size of all open positions. But the issue I have with that is, when we're looking at this, like if I was practicing with a broker and 10 cents a lot on $1,000 account, and I do the same example, like say I'm taking a challenge with fivers with a 1 to 10 leverage. So when we come into this, everything's okay. You can scale up properly as you're coming along here. But where you start running into a problem is when you get past this point, because now you've reached the maximum capacity of what the company's allowing you to open up as a position. So once you exceed that, you have to, if the company isn't going to let you open up other positions, or you're going to have, if they do, you're going to have to be able to open up multiple positions, and you may not get the perfect entry for the next one. So this could be a big problem here. When I'm trading with a broker, I also like to find out what their fees are, what type of spreads they have. So when you're actually going to a prop firm challenge, when you're researching these companies, you want to find out if it's going to be a good fit for you. And you have to compare the two of them, because if you're doing everything with a company that has the best spreads, the best commissions, and then you mix it with a prop firm that is the complete opposite of that, you might not even realize why you're failing your strategies. So you need to check this and make sure you understand it completely before even considering a prop firm. Now, if there's anything you think I should be adding to this too, you can also leave me a comment below, or you could message me in Twitter. You could screenshot and send it as a message as well. So if there's a prop firm that you think that I should add to this list as I go, let me know, because I'll add it in. I'm constantly adding to this every day, any information I could put in. So it's a work in progress, but you'll see this develop as time goes. And soon enough, I'll be making a decision on which one I'm going to use. Now, this is another one here, True Forex Funds. Some of you might be familiar with them. They've been around since October 2021, so not very long. They're from Hungary. They offer MT4, MT5. They don't offer SurgeTrader. The reviews are good, both with Trustpilot and Forex Peace Army. The leverage is 1 to 100, so that's exactly where we would want it. Offer more flexibility on your strategy. EAs are allowed. Hedging's allowed. High frequency trading is allowed. Signal services are permitted. So I don't know the entire rules about that, but that was listed. The spreads you can see are very well as well. There isn't too much more I can say about that right now, but you can see a $100,000 challenge account is 531 and a $200,000 one is 1,062. They also have the two-step evaluation. There was just something I think I forgot to mention in here with the fivers. I believe the leverage too. There's another type of challenge here. High stakes two-step evaluation challenge. Step 1 is 8%, 30 days, and step 2 is 5%, 60 days. And every 10%, you can grow your account. $100,000 account is 526. Now, I think we covered True Forex Funds. The next one is FundedNext. They offer MT4. They don't offer MT5 or SurgeTrader yet that I'm aware of. It was founded in March 18th, 2022, so they've only been around for a year. And the reviews on Trustpilot are good. Forex Peace Army, there's not much there, I believe. The reviews aren't very good from what's there, but that might be because they haven't been around for very long. I'm not sure if anybody is familiar with them. If you're trading for them, let me know in the comments. EAs are allowed, and using stop loss take profit is not mandatory. Hedging is allowed. I believe there's EA restrictions as well, and I still have to do a little more research on this. Like a lot of them, they often have restrictions associated with EAs, but I don't understand that completely yet. So when I start figuring that out a little bit more, I'll let everyone else know as well. And I also wasn't able to get the typical spread from FundedNext yet, but they offer a 2-phase evaluation. The 200,000 is $9.99, 100,000 is $5.49, and then they have an express consistency and non-consistency. I'm not sure if anybody's taken that challenge yet, but the 200,000 and the 100,000 is the same as the original one, and the non-consistency 100,000 for $6.99 and the 50,000 for $403. And they also offer like lower entries too. So if some of them offer 50,000 challenge accounts and so on and so on, but I'm focusing on certain sizes for this. Now, SurgeTrader, it was founded in May 2021. There's some things I like about this one, but there's some things I don't like about it as well. Now, they're new, so we still have to be cautious, and that goes for any of them. We don't know. Most of them operate like a casino, so I can't speak from personal experience to let you know what the best option is for you and how safe it is. All you can do is judge by the reviews, just like I do. Check the reviews out, read the good and the bad, and make your own evaluation based on your needs. Now with this one, they're supposed to be located in Naples, Florida. Their leverage is 1 to 10, so this is a big problem. They do offer an option to upgrade. So if you want to upgrade it to 1 to 20 leverage, you can do that for an additional fee. Now, that's not all they do. Like, you can also, for an additional fee, you can trade with no stop loss, and you can also get a bigger profit split. But to have those things, it costs more for your challenge for each one of those things that you add. Now it says it allows EAs take profit stop loss required. I'm assuming that if you don't want to use a take profit and stop loss for your EA, maybe you have to pay the additional fee for no stop loss, but you'll have to ask the company. I've tried asking each and every one of these a few questions, trying to get some of these answers. It doesn't look like they offer any trading over the weekend, so they're not encouraging long-term trading. They have a trailing drawdown of 5%, so that could be a problem for some people, but I believe once it reaches a certain point, that drawdown no longer applies. They charge quite a bit for their commission on per standard lot. See, it's at $7. I've got each one of these all marked off. You can see this one is 3. True Forex Funds, there's 7 as well. Fivers is 4. MyForexFunds is 3. And FTMO is 3. If I have any of these things incorrect, just let me know and I'll double check and try to make the correction. But this one here was very interesting. This one caught my eye. It's a new company, but I don't think I'm going to be able to trade it just because of the leverage issue. Even at 1 to 20, that is awful. Because as I mentioned before, when you're looking at a leverage calculator, now every time I open up a position, I'm losing $53 as an insurance policy on my account to help the broker here. Now, the problem is if I open up too many positions and it just happens to pull back and more drawdown than I would like it's just not giving me the flexibility that I want. I want to have a little more play. Not that I intend to use it, but the more of a buffer that I have from anything bad happening, the better that I'm going to feel about trading with them. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be a good choice for me, but everything else here, like what I really enjoy about what they're doing here, they have an interesting challenge that I would love to take if the leverage was higher. So this is something I'd have to carefully consider before doing it, which is when you reach your 10%. So I believe it's just a one-step challenge. So you hit your 10% with these guys, you're funded. But you're given an option at this point. So you hit the 10%. And when you get there, you can try to scale up to the next level. So they go all the way up to $1 million. So whatever challenge you took at that point, if we go to SurgeTrader here, and what it is let's just say you start at 25,000 and you hit the 10%. You hit the 10% profit target. You're officially a funded. But you do have the option now to forfeit that and take the next challenge. So if you hit the next challenge, you can have the same option and work your way up all the way up to $1 million. But if you fail this, if you fail any of these along the way, I believe you're going to lose it. I don't know what the rules are, if there's any retakes, or if they give you a discount. There might be something available, but you're going to want to research that. But this is an excellent way to grow your account fast. Like if you have a strategy and you're pulling in very good gains and very little drawdown on your account, this might be a good option. But you also have to consider how low the leverage is, because if your strategy involves opening too many positions at the same time, you're going to have to consider if that's going to work for you. Because each time that you do this, you're going to lose a little bit of margin, depending on the prop firm. It's going to make a big difference on how this works out for you. Now, trying to see here. Okay, so they also mention here the size of lot, the maximum lots you can have on the type of account. The daily loss limit is 4% as well. And I've mentioned the max trailing drawdown of 5%. But the potential to have $1 million funded account within a short period of time, well, it depends, because that is a big gain for most people. But the option to do this, you should be aware of it. I would really hope that SurgeTrader is going to be paying attention to this and consider making a significant increase in this regardless. So if that means purchasing a purchasing option that can increase this significantly, because right now there's a lot of people like myself that are probably going to steer away from this because it just doesn't leave a big enough buffer for the trader to feel safe and confident in trading with them, unless your strategy allows it. But for me, I don't know if that'll work. What I see from them, I do like. So there's just a few things they need to fix, and this is still a new company, so I imagine we'll see some improvements along the way. They also need to get this fee down. This fee they're charging per round lot, that's too high. That's too high, especially anybody that scalps. I don't think that's something that I can touch. So I'm most likely going to be focusing on companies that are fair with their commissions. And I don't know what it means long-term trading with these guys, but I will be sharing my progress with you along the way for any prop firm that I take a challenge with, and keep you updated as the progress goes. Now, I also wanted to mention that with the fivers, there was something that I did like about them at one time, and if it wasn't for this leverage, which is another company, I wish they would raise it, bring it up. You're going to draw more people in. This doesn't leave a very good buffer between the prop firm and the trader. The trader needs a little more flexibility like that. It doesn't mean that they're going to use it. It just can be a good insurance policy for the trader. What I did like about the fivers, because I want you to keep in mind, like, some of these prop firms, they don't send your trades to the market, and they basically, they treat it like a casino, and they use the challenge funds and pay you out with that. Know that statistically you're probably going to lose eventually, and then they come ahead and they win. So the house normally does win. But what I liked about the fivers that gave me a little more confidence to consider them as a possibility, when you're looking at their payout, when you start going down, you can see that they do take quite a bit off the start, and then they start increasing it as it goes further down. But when you can see, once you get to the 2.5 million part, you get 100% of the payout all the way up to 4 million, which is phenomenal that they go up that high. And this tells me here that they're absolutely sending your trades to the market, and I imagine they are lower down at this point as well. They're copying everything and sending all your trades. Some of the other brokers may not be sending anything off, and they're just waiting for you to lose your account. Now, I'm interested to know what everyone thinks about all these prop firms. Are there any other prop firms that I haven't heard of yet that you think are good? You might be trading with them. I would like to know about them all. You can leave me comments below, but you can also find me on Twitter. Send me a message, send me screenshots. I'd love to know about everything. If there's something that the company is planning to change in the near future, something new and exciting coming, I'd love to know about it. Soon enough, I'll be doing this, and what you'll see in my trading is, if I didn't mention it at the beginning, I'm going to be trading with EAs, and I'm going to be trading manually as well. So I'm going to combine the two of them because I think there's benefits from both. And if you have any questions, or you just want to share how things are going, just let me know. And until next time, bye for now.